Welcome back to the eXponential Files. This is Jim Lowenstern, your host today, and I've got a wonderful guest, Bozana Cavar, from eXp Realty, and she's going to be telling us a lot of things today, including she's got a big project in Tampa, Florida. We're going to be talking about luxury marketing. We're going to touch on eXp a little bit, and we're going to also be talking about cryptocurrency and how you can leverage your crypto wallets to purchase real estate. How does that sound, Bojana? Did I cover a lot?
You sure did. Very exciting. Thank you for having me on your podcast, and it's a pleasure to be here and share my experience and wisdom.
So let's start at the beginning. How long have you been in real estate?
I have been in real estate for over 33 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And where did you begin your career?
I began my career early on when I was at the age of 16 doing vacation ownership sales, fractional ownership. And that was the beginning, and fell in love with the opportunity of fractional ownership, and then got involved with development, and then expanded into regions of California, the Midwest, and now Florida. I am a broker here in Florida with eXp, and that kind of gives you a little bit of my journey, and exciting to see how fascinating tokenization and fractionalization is becoming a huge headliner in the real estate market, which is kind of like where I started when I was early on in my career.
So over 30 years, and now let's talk about eXp and the value that brings to your real estate career.
eXp is a complete game changer for me. It has exponentially advanced the ability with it being an iCloud brokerage, having accessibility with so much wisdom from all of the leaders, including yourself, Jim, that just brings us all together and allows us to share our knowledge and grow and help agents basically work on their time schedule in advance with no limited ceiling and be rewarded for their efforts and their rewards. And it's just the best thing I have ever done is joined eXp.
How
As a
long have you been with the company?
less than 5 months. And,
Okay.
I am blown away with all of the support, all the leadership, and the accessibility that it provides to new agents. So there's no reason to not succeed with the eXp platform.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your project that you're marketing in Tampa. You're in Miami, correct?
Correct. I'm based out of Miami.
Okay, so Tampa is, it's a short flight. It's a longer drive. And you certainly, you're not right around the corner. So how big a project is this, and how do you market it from Miami? And yeah, let's talk about that project for a moment.
Well, what's interesting is this is like a slice of Miami in Tampa. It is a $700 million vertical project that's being put on by ARC Development LLC. And Abbott Chandri and Luigi November are the developers. It's 627 only income condo producing hotel in Tampa, and it has 31 private residences, which is very exciting. What I love is it's located down in Water Street, so it has the potential right next to all the growth of Water Street, and it is steps to Bill Gates properties. And Tampa is one of those markets that's exponentially growing. Their convention center is sold out till 2031. It's in need of condo hotels. It's in need of residency. The market is just blowing up. So I asked myself if I could go back to 15, 20 years ago, and where's the next Miami? Tampa's indicators all highlight that this is the next area.
Makes sense. So you say 30 something residences?
31 private residences. Yes,
So
correct.
let's talk about the residences. So these are condos, correct?
Well, we have 627 condo hotels, and those are income producing. And there's some wonderful income surety programs the developer provides.
You mean like hotel rooms, right?
Yes, they're condo style hotel rooms, starting from studios, 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. And then you have a very limited edition. The top 3 floors are private residences.
Are
Those are not
these
income producing.
timeshares or something? Is it associated with RCI or who's the hotel branding under?
That's a great question. It is not a vacation ownership or timeshare. It is not affiliated with RCI or II. It is its own boutique management company that will be managed, that essentially the owner owns the property deeded outright, and they have the opportunity to either use it themselves, live in it, rent it out themselves, or work with the developer and use the developer's management company with an 80-20 split. So the first 2 years, we have what's called the Aura Founding Society, where the member gets an 85-15% split. So it offers you such versatility, but it offers you the 5-star amenities of a hotel.
Okay, I don't know Water Street, so tell me about the location.
The location is steps away from Amelia Convention Center, all the cruise ports, shopping, dining. Hermes says they're opening up a store there. It is just centrally located, so you are minutes from all of the entertainment and all the action. And the area is going through like a regentrification process. So Bill Gates has definitely bought a lot of the adjoining properties and has done massive assemblages. So it's going to be a very wellness-driven ecosystem with offering such great shopping, dining, and entertainment in that region.
So we're talking about Bill Gates,
Yes,
Microsoft Bill Gates?
Bill Gates has bought a lot of property. Unfortunately, those are not for sale, but Hotel Aura and condo residences are available. As you see on my screen behind me, this is going to be a DJ booth with all the entertainment and a resto bar on one of the floors. It will offer a convention center and STK Steakhouse that's tentatively going in, a convention space, wonderful spa, amenities, valet parking, concierge services. So it's really a cut above the rest.
And where do the prices start?
They range studios starting at in the mid 600s, and we go all the way up in the mid 1 millions. So those are for the 2 bedrooms. And in the first 40 days of our phase 1, successfully have sold out over $84 million. So it's very exciting. And we look at some major athletes and celebrities getting attached to this project very soon, because it gives them an opportunity to have residences and then opportunity for the floors down below to entertain family and friends.
Any commercial space in the building on the property?
I can actually share my screen if you'd like, and I can kind of give you a little bit of a rundown in terms of what we have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share with you right here. This is what the condo hotel suites look like. There we go. So as you can see here, you were asking me about it being a hotel. It's the conveniences home away from home with beautiful floor to ceiling overlooking the bay living rooms, bathrooms that are spa-like quality. I'm going to switch over to showing you the residences. And just after this, we'll go back and look at the video. But here are the private residences. So as you can notice, the private terraces, they're incredible. The European kitchens are much larger. Beautiful living room with an exceptional view overlooking Tampa, the primary bedrooms, and it's just one of a kind. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about the video. Let me get that started for you. Let me know if you have the sound.
Yes. Oh, boy, lots of questions. So you came to this project as the marketing expert, probably, yes?
I have a lot of consultancy experience, and I was recruited in the eXp model by my business partner, Gogo Bethke. And I happen to be in Odessa, Florida. And a childhood friend of mine that I've known, Joe Sfornich, since I was 12 years old, introduced me to Luigi Novembre and says, "Hey, you got to take a look at this project." And it won my heart. Gogo Bethke and I went and met Luigi Novembre there, and we fell in love with this development, especially because it's an income producing property with the option of private residences. And the rest is history. We became marketing consultants for this project, and we're enjoying sharing it with everybody in eXp.
Okay, well, as long as we're talking about sharing it, let's talk about how we do that. So eXp is one brokerage for the whole world. So every agent at eXp possibly has access to this video and they can put it out on their social media. Would you be able to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can do that.
So that video, by the way, so this building is not 100% finished yet, right? Like,
Correct.
like the swimming pool and the bars and all that stuff that we kind of see in the marketing. That's all um,
That
renderings and it's stock footage, or are you hiring the models, and how does a video like that come together is the
that
question.
is a great question, Jim. We are in pre-construction phase at this time. And how this all came together, I'm going to give you the schedule here. The land was acquired and finalized in 2023, and the development was approved in 2024. We broke ground in pre-construction sales on 2025. So this will be delivered to the owners in 2029. So this project is a rendering drawing of what it would look like. The location is on site. They are working with Uplex, which is a virtual reality goggle experience. So if anybody would like to go to the 1101 Jackson Street, Tampa location, we do need to make an appointment, and you can experience through the VR what it's like to be immersed in that experience of what those residences and hotel condo lifestyle will look like. And then this here is a depiction of what the building would look like. It's also, I want to mention, the only condo hotel in Tampa with its own helipad, very similar to what you see here in Miami. We have some incredible incentives with low 5% deposit on the project. And what's exciting is there's a wonderful first visit pre-construction or a society membership, which we can get into at some other time. But what I want to focus on here is showing you that literally 5% down gets you started, and then a payment schedule of 40% at completion before concrete structure, and the balance 60% at Q1 2029 before deliverables. Uniquely, this developer is offering seller financing. So 50% on the back end can be financed for as little as 7%. And for whatever reason, and I've never seen a developer do this before, and I apologize for going backwards, but they offer such a surety for consumers to buy with confidence. They offer a 2-year lease back, where if you don't want to, wait and to see how your unit does on the 85-15 split, they'll guarantee a lease back of whatever you paid for your purchase price and give you 8% return on your investment. They also will give you a 2-year buyback. If you don't want the unit anymore, they'll buy it at market value minus the commissions. And they're offering 50% seller financing. So I really feel these highlighted 3 bullet points is what's selling out phase 1 at a remarkable time.
Okay. So an eXp agent in Texas has a buyer. What do they do?
They would reach out to my affiliate link, and I can provide that for you in the messaging here. And they would register that client, because we obviously want that eXp agent rewarded for their compensation for bringing us, a great client that would fit this type of portfolio.
Okay. And I'm guess buyer brokerage commissions will be available.
Absolutely. That is correct.
Okay. So you found out about this property through friends and past business relationships, friendships. Uh,
That is correct. I'm
y-
almost 50. When I was 12 years old, I had a friend by the name of Joe Swornich, who was Luigi November's best friend, and reached out to me to learn about this project. And here we are today. So you never know when you're 12 years old who's going to propel you in introductions in your business world going forward.
so you're in Miami. How are you juggling Tampa? How do you do that? Because this is a great, I guess, a great approach for all agents, that if you're at eXp, you can really think outside the box. You
For
could have
sure.
been in any state, you could have been in any country. It's not like Miami and Tampa are 10 hours away by air, but still, it's not
It's a
around the
4-hour
corner.
drive. It's an hour flight, 4-hour drive.
Yeah, but every time there's someone who's interested, you're not running the Tampa. There's no reason to, because you have this eXp global network and this business model that's one brokerage for the whole planet. That does factor into it, right?
Absolutely, it sure does. I really feel that when you look at a project like this that has all the indicators for an area that's exponentially growing, we also have here in Miami Brightline, which I don't know if you're familiar with Brightline. It's a train that takes you from Miami all the way up to it goes to Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and then now it goes to Orlando. They're talking about expansions in Tampa. There's a lot of people that sometimes I run into that really want to relocate and leave Miami. And I've met a lot of people in Tampa that are from Miami. So I think I was looking as an EXP agent, where can I relocate people in Miami? Because it's such a hot market and everybody wants to live here. But if someone were to sell their residency in Miami, where are some places that I can promote with efficacy and give them a feel like Miami, where it's up and coming? And I'm still looking for more projects, but this one is definitely one of the contenders.
Okay, well, we'll figure out a way to promote this on our workplace groups and magazines, et cetera, et cetera. Um, if an EXP agent wants to promote this, is there an unbranded, or should I say, I can't remember, was there a phone number and an email address or anything on that video? So,
I not sure, but they can reach out to me. I'm happy to provide them any umbrella.
well, here's my
Okay.
question, Bozana. Um, is there a video that could be made available so they can put their own branding on the video when they're emailing it out? So the contact information is specific to the agent.
Absolutely. We are happy to provide them unbranded collateral, a broker kit, and they are more than welcome to brand this so that way they can put that out to their client base.
Okay, okay. Any questions that I haven't asked that I should have asked?
Oh, that's a great question. For some of the agents, they look at this as an opportunity, but others look at it like, why would I represent something that's postponed till 2029? So a question would be, why should I look at something that's not built yet? And we have created an illustration chart that shows you the return on your investment, even with the delay of this deliverable happening in 2029. And I'm happy to share that as well. I really feel the illustration chart gives you a depiction with the delayed deliverables, how much this project will propel your return on investment by investing in hotel or on private residences.
Okay, all right. I'm sure people are going to be looking for new places to invest.
Mhm.
One thing that came up in our conversation was crypto. So how does crypto come into, I get, not just this project, but in general? I know there's ways to borrow against it, to buy real estate. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. I am crypto certified and I work with a lot of crypto buyers. So they have many choices today where they can off ramp their crypto and exchange it and buy the unit. A lot of them really want to hang on to crypto because they do believe that vertical is going to increase in value. So we are working with lenders that will leverage the liquidity of their crypto wallet and they can borrow against their crypto and actually secure funding. So the developer is getting USD cash and the actual crypto wallet holder is just using their crypto as liquidity leverage until the mortgage is paid down. Then they get their crypto back. So when there's no lien on the mortgage or the property, their crypto is returned to them. And a lot of them are excited about that because they don't have to let go of that crypto asset. And that gives them the ability to grow both verticals, the real estate vertical, and if they're hedged in Bitcoin, let's say, that will go up as well. So it's a great way to have a win-win, have your cake and eat it too. So I'm happy to explore those options and put them in touch with our vendors that we utilize. We're connected with Proppy Title that does all of our title. So it's all on blockchain and it's seamless. And they also are handling everything for us. So it's seamless and transparent for the consumer.
So when someone borrows against real estate, they usually get some kind of an appraisal and the bank will say, you can borrow, let's say, $1 million.
Mhm.
Like a homeowner's line of equity, for
Correct.
example, a HELOC.
Exactly.
So that's pretty stable. Crypto is a little volatile, and I'm being kind. Uh, how do you have stability in the borrowing when crypto is so volatile?
A lot of the lenders are willing to take the risk and they have something that like puts a floor. So if it does drop, they need to add more crypto to the wallet to
Okay.
justify the dip or the drop. So then that way it goes with the fluctuations of the market. So that way everybody's protected. And it also has an upswing that if it goes up, then, they can have a paid off asset quicker than what they had started out
Well, they
with.
can borrow more. It's like
Correct.
a stock margin
Yeah.
account.
Exactly. They can borrow more or they have to fund it more. So then that way the volatility does not affect anybody in the transaction and it's very seamless and very transparent.
Yeah, so you can have a margin call.
Yeah, definitely a margin call.
Okay, all right. Um, I don't have any other questions. And if you have any other ideas to speak of, Bozana, this is the
Uh,
time.
we are working with high-end affluent products coming on the market. I can't mention the name, but we are going to be representing very exclusive private residences on yachts, which start at 10 million and the penthouses are 120 million. And there's only 133 of those units. So I would love Jim to come back and be able to speak openly about this upcoming
Well,
project.
let's touch on that just for a moment before we end the show.
Sure.
So this is not quite a cruise ship. It's a very upscale yacht, and it's broken into staterooms. Is this annual ownership? It's not timeshare. It's not quarter share. You own that room. Okay, and
You own the
then
private residences. It's private residences. So it's a home away from home on a
so it's not just a cruise cabin.
no,
It's
it's a private residence. So you're talking about
on the
home
ship.
away
You've
from home.
got your own house, and you could
Your
live.
own house, 133 compiled, assembled residences on a yacht with an incredible ecosystem that is centric to wellness and biohacking and traveling and seeing the world. Almost like the world, but this one is going to trump that. And I'm very excited to share that opportunity. So I love bringing, income producing and very unique projects to the table. I'm also working with a developer. I've just accepted a position as the VP of development in the Dominican Republic, which also is teaming up with my crypto experts. And we're excited to bring different markets and different flavors of what clientele are looking for. I'm finding that the more astute clientele is looking for experiences, and my projects are geared towards experiences, probably going back to my vacation ownership days, I think you should get a lot of value for your investments, and it should leave an impact on how it makes you feel.
Well, that's interesting. So timeshares in general,
Yes.
not a day goes by that I don't get some kind of spam, sell your timeshare, get out of your timeshare. Like everyone that ever bought a timeshare wants to get rid of their timeshare. What do you think about timeshares?
Well, we only have a limited amount of time, and I find that if you are apt to use it, it's a phenomenal way. It forces you to vacation. I look at anything in life, it's like if you have a gym membership, you can save a gym membership, but if you don't use it, your body will definitely show the outcome of how much you're putting that to use. Nowadays, when you look at how comparable America is to Europe, they vacation more. I think, we as Americans, we're workaholics. We need to become more vacation holics. And I believe that, it could be a costly thing, but at the end of the day, so is having a vacation home. When you look at the total cost of acquisition and upkeep and maintenance, vacation ownership is a fraction of that. It is costly if you don't use it, but when you do take advantage of having the incredible memories and the vacation and it forces you to use it, to me, that's priceless. I am an advocate of vacation ownership. I always have been. I always will be. It's impacted, I always tell everyone it's not really the week that you go on vacation that you're excited about. Someone that owns a vacation ownership plan like I do, and so does my family, we're advocates for the industry. It gets you excited. Think about it. When you're going on a vacation, it's not just the week of vacation, but you're excited about a month before you go. You're excited the month you're going, and you're still excited the month you get back. So you got 3 months out of 12 months that you're excited for. 4 months out of those 12 months, you work for, taxes. Why not give yourself a 1 week paid vacation and set aside? It's been proven that people that vacation together, play together, stay together, keeps marriages together, families together. You get to know your kids. It's an advocate. Anything that makes you unplug and enjoy life, I'm a pro advocate for. So vacation
Oh.
ownership is on the top of my list.
And that ship where there's residences, this yacht, do you see that people would actually be living there, or would they be leasing them out? Would that be an RCI type of property?
This would not be a vacation ownership property. This is very exclusive for the 1% of the 1%. These are people, their third, fourth, fifth vacation home, primarily people that already have yachts, and their yachts may not get into some of the canals that these yachts will get into. And it builds an incredible ecosystem of a community of like-minded individuals.
So where are the prices starting for something like that?
The introductory prices start at $10 million. And penthouses are at $120 million.
Okay. And can eXp agents sell those?
Absolutely. Let's elevate the bar and let's make it happen.
Okay. Bozana, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate
Bozana Cavar. We're gonna post all this online. Take a look at the exponentialfiles.com. We're going to get all this information there for all the eXp agents or any agent out there that wants to consider joining eXp. We'd be happy to discuss all this with you. All right, Jim Lowenstern had another great show. We'll see you next week. Thanks, Bozana.
Thank you guys. Have a blessed one.